السلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله الذي يجيبني حين أناديه ويستر علي كل عورة وأنا أعصيه ويعظم النعمة علي فلا أجازيه. نحمده ونسبحه ونقدسه على آلائه ونعمائه، ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، إلها واحدا أحدا فردا صمدا قيوما. ونشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله، أرسله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك وترحم على محمد وآل محمد كأفضل ما صليت وسلمت وباركت وترحمت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. وصل اللهم وسلم على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين والأوصياء والصديقين وعترة نبيك الطيبين الطاهرين وأصحابه المنتجبين ومن تبعهم بإحسان وإيمان إلى يوم الدين. عباد الله، أوصيكم وأوصي نفسي بتقوى الله ولزوم أمره. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه الكريم: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لقد أرسلنا رسلنا بالبينات وأنزلنا معهم الكتاب والميزان ليقوم الناس بالقسط وأنزلنا الحديد فيه بأس شديد ومنافع للناس وليعلم الله من ينصره ورسله بالغيب إن الله قوي عزيز. صدق الله العلي العظيم. These institutions that we have, the Islamic centers, the mosques, all these religious foundations and institutions that we have established for so many years, these are trusts, amana. We have been endowed with the responsibility of caring and maintaining and protecting and developing these institutions. These institutions are not a private property. وَأَنَّ الْمَسَاجِدَ لِلَّهِ فَلَا تَدْعُوا مَعَ اللَّهِ أَحَدًا. All religious institutions and mosques, places of worship, their owner is God. They belong to God. They do not belong to a country, a state, a political party, a group, a tribe, a village, a race, a family. It doesn't. وَأَنَّ الْمَسَاجِدَ لِلَّهِ فَلَا تَدْعُوا مَعَ اللَّهِ أَحَدًا. Only worship God in these institutions. You belong to God. Submit to God. فَلَا تَدْعُوا مَعَ اللَّهِ أَحَدًا. And therefore, there are 4 points that I would like to mention about how to maintain and develop these institutions. 2 points, I'm going to mention them today, inshallah, and the other 2 points next week, God willing, inshallah. What I'm going to say is the responsibility of all participants, all community members, not just the imam, not just the board of directors, not just the contributors. This is the responsibility of all who attend these mosques and these religious institutions. All of you are shareholders. All of you are owners. You have to have a say. You have to have a role in maintaining your institutions. These institutions belong to you and your families and also your young generation. So each and every person, be it male, female, rich, poor, black, white, Arab, Indian, Iranian, Afghanis, African Americans, whatever nationality you have a role in protecting your institution. You have a role in building it, promoting it, refining it, making it up to date, making it up to the expectations of God and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The first point that comes to my mind, how to protect and promote these institutions, how to develop them, how to nurture them. Point number one, subjects that are discussed in these institutions have to be intellectual and rational subjects, not fairy tales. Islam is not a religion that is based on fairy tales and superstitions and khurafat. Islam is the religion that makes sense, a religion that belongs to ulil albab, those who possess intellect. Therefore, any speaker, any imam, any contributor, any lecturer, any attendee who comes to these institutions has to keep in mind that I am here to learn myself. We are here to learn, to develop our intellectual capacity. We should not turn these mosques into emotional places. In many of the mosques that I see in North America, in Europe, and elsewhere, we are good at two things. During the lamentations, we are good at latmiya, chest beating, mashallah. We don't fall short on that. And in the celebrations, we clap. Either chest beating or clapping. People think that this is why they go to the mosque. But it is not for this reason. We may clap, no problem. We may beat our chests as mourning, but this is not the main message. The main message is learning. The main message is discovering Islam every single day. Discovering my role in this life, why God created me. Discovering the reason why I'm a Muslim, why I did not choose another tradition, another faith, another religion, why I chose this faith, this tradition. I have to have rational answers to these questions. I'm responsible before God. God is going to ask me tomorrow, why did you follow this tradition? What made you follow? Your mother? Your emotions? Just because this is your family tradition, you followed it blindly? We have to provide an answer. قُلْ هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ. Islamic faith, Islamic religion is the religion of a proof, a religion of evidence, solid evidence, credible evidence, rational evidence. قُلْ هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ إِن كُنْتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ. So we have to stay away from the shallowness, the superficial ceremonies that does not make sense. And we have to encourage always intellectual debate, and the debate has to be free. Each person has to be able to speak his mind with no fear, no intimidation. This is how the Prophet raised us. This is how Ahlul Bayt, the family of the Prophet, raised their followers, their disciples, their students, their communities. They have to speak their mind. My friends, do you know that some of the atheists are very educated and some of the believers are not educated? Why? Though the atheists are wrong, definitely they are wrong, but they read, they debate, they discuss. They become intellectuals. They become intellectuals. They don't take things for granted. Whereas believers, they take things for granted. They don't go and check it out. They don't go after discovery. They don't go after research. They take everything they heard 50 years ago for granted. They do not question them. They do not say, wait a minute, let me discuss. Let me research this subject. I've been hearing about it for 50 years. Let me take some hours, some days to research this subject. Maybe this is not right. They don't do this. We have to encourage our young generation to speak, to discuss, to research, to ask, to challenge. These are healthy signs for a healthy society, for a healthy intellectual and spiritual growth. We are not parrots. Islam doesn't want us to be parrots, just to memorize and repeat, keep repeating. Islam is the religion that says تَفَكُّرُ سَاعَةٌ خَيْرٌ مِّنْ عِبَادَةِ سَبْعِينَ سَنَةً. An hour of meditation, an hour of reflection, an hour of deep discussion is worthy more than 70 years of worshipping with no understanding, being blind, being brainwashed. It's not good. That would lead into further ignorance. Islam is the religion of education. هو الذي بعث في الأميين رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم. He's muallim. The Prophet is muallim, is a teacher. He teaches us. Without knowledge, without ilm, without discovery, we are not going to progress. Islam is the religion of the living people. People who really want to make a difference in their societies. So the subjects that has to be discussed has to be intellectual subjects, not superficials, not superstitions, not khayalat. I went to some communities and someone was advising me, if you want to satisfy this particular community, you have to speak about the mu'jizat of our imams. If you want them to say wah wah to you, you have to speak about miracles. I said, but I am zero in this, believe me. I have no credentials. I believe in the characters of the imams, in their wisdom, in their knowledge, in their fine example. I don't speak about mu'jizat. And I don't want someone to accept Islam or the tradition of Ahlul Bayt because of the physical mu'jizat. I don't believe in that. I believe in the intellectual mu'jizat. This is the intellectual mu'jizat. This is an intellectual miracle that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam brought. In my opinion, this is even greater than the miracles of Jesus when he resurrected the dead, because that was physical miracle. It is greater than the physical miracle of Moses when he cuts the sea, the river, and he passes it through the river. This is bigger. This is an intellectual. This speaks to your mind. The other one speaks to your eyes. But this one speaks to your soul, to your mind. This is perfect. This what makes difference. So the first responsibility we have, we all attendees, all people, كلكم راع. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, everyone is responsible. Not just the imam, not just the board of directors. In a place where there is respect and dignity and freedom of choice and democracy, then all of you are shareholders. You have to have a say, you have to have a role. Not just the imam. Imam is one of you. The board of directors are one of you. So we have a role to maintain our Islamics, to bring them higher and higher. So they are based on intellectual discussion. Intellectual discussions that serves our cause, serves Islam in the best way. This is number one. Number two, any Islamic center and any mosque, any religious institution, in order for it to be successful, it has to stay away from radicalism. Neither ifrat nor tafrit. Radicalism, stay away from that. Be open to others. Be open to listen to others. My religion teaches me that I should never shut my ears and close my eyes and say, I'm not going to listen to this idea, to that tradition, to this book, to this speaker. Alladhina, God says the believers are those who, alladhina yastami'una al-qawl. Qawl, some people said the Holy Quran, others said no, not necessarily the Holy Quran. Any qawl, any statement, any declaration, any idea, any theory. But فَيَتَّبِعُونَ أَحْسَنَ. They weigh in, they discuss, they think about it, and they choose the best. But they don't shut their ears. Islam says, even if there is something good which is found somewhere else, go travel there. Take it from someone who's not necessarily a Muslim, not necessarily a believer in God, but he has a good idea. Learn it and get it from him. We have to stay from ifrat and tafrit, from radicalism, theological radicalism, religious radicalism. Islam is not a cult. Islam is a universal idea that appeals to all people, all mankind. Islam does not belong to Arabia. Only less than 20%, 17% of the Muslims are Arabs. 82%, 83% are non-Arabs. Many of them don't even speak Arabic, but they are good Muslims, observing Muslims, proud Muslims, productive Muslims, progressive Muslims. So we can travel, we can go and learn from others. We have to be open. Now, neither we have to lose our aqeedah, nor we have to be prejudiced for our aqeedah. Both are wrong. Some people say, no, let's not speak about Islam because this is a diverse society. Let's not speak about Ahlul Bayt because we don't want to offend others. I don't agree with that. We speak about Islam, we speak about the Quran, we speak about Prophet Muhammad, and we speak about the successors and disciples of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And those are his Ahlul Bayt, his family, the closest people to him. The Prophet bequeathed his knowledge and his wisdom to his family. So we speak about that. But on the other hand, we are not radicals. We open our arms, our hearts, our institutions to others, to come, to listen, to interact with them, to discuss our affairs with them, our future with them. We don't shut the doors. We do not say this is an exclusive club. The day you turn Islam into an exclusive club, an exclusive cult, Islam is going to be destroyed. What keeps Islam moving are the open doors, an open society. I mentioned last week Imam al-Sadiq, the leader of our tradition. Imam al-Sadiq, he's the mentor, the ustad of the four Sunni traditions. The ustad of Imam Abu Hanifa, the ustad, the teacher, mentor of Imam Malik bin Anas al-Asbahi, the mentor of Imam al-Shafi'i, and the mentor of Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal. And when he sits to teach and speak, hundreds of people sit and listen to him. Some of them Muslims, some of them non-Muslims, some of them were agnostics, some of them were atheists, but he never shut the door. All are welcomed. Knowledge should not have restriction. Knowledge should reach. God says some of the previous communities, the rabbis, we gave them knowledge, but they did not pass it to their generations, to their communities. They didn't pass it. That is a crime. In Surah Al-Baqarah, God says this is a crime. If you have knowledge, you have to share it. Open your hearts. Discuss. Don't feel insecure. Someone who's on the right path should not feel insecure. Listen to all. Listen, digest, process that, and then choose the best. And when you seek guidance from God, God is going to guide you to the best, inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين